Do you have plans of going to politics someday?
Because as a parties, no, low-key meaning I'm a pen as passing the other. But then when it comes to say me come and want to my day. Me breast make say mini because mesa cannot and you wouldn't like it.
Are there politicians, especially female ones, or more
a mentor
inspire?
Oh, the inspiration there. I do have
to say what?
A bit to say Nana Tima.
Hey.
And of course, Kozie. She's also one tough woman. I like women who are willing to do it. They don't wait for anybody. That is my vibe. And you don't stop until you make it. I feel like that is the energy that every single individual, whether boy or girl, should have. Because your life is 100% your responsibility. And if you decide to sit down and wait for somebody, you will live and die miserably. And that is all I'm trying to do. Baby, I'm a person who do there.
What's so do here?
Hey, minimum, but I'm a person who do baby. But it was really that serious. Some papa no, my boss ne back car
and part of
yes, so it was that bad. It's one of the darkest moments in Kenya University. Until almost say almost be peaceful demonstration and unfortunately. So
you were there?
I was in the office that day, but then somebody came to tell us say they are coming. Okay. But unfortunately,
offices.
Oh yeah. A lot of things were taken out,
Miss Millicent Safwadu, and now Mrs. Millicent Newton, Anna, Menene Komo was sitting up as your sponsors, Veronique Height, Kumasi Denyame, Best Service Apartment, a higher plush, higher luxurious, Bibia Wahabia, ye kama, or comfort, with safety, security, your spa, your bar. Your salon, your gym, and the kika ho nyina o te se ha de oba na wabakru fefe mu ankasa your numbers is 020-036-9876 and 020-9777-138 o pese ebi a wo abonone ana wo baby fufo bia untimi mfre call now pese oni edin komo on the internet so email info@veronicite.com and now your website www.veronicite.com so na Ankara Homes IPT so ye boa ye ton 3-bedroom 4-bedroom 5-bedroom townhouses. The proper definition for gated community and now luxurious community, Esikafo Amantem, it's Ankara Homes, Kumasi IPT, a few minutes from Kumasi's airport. Not just a word rule. Bibia wohobia ye kama. Aquino edaso to say ufri garage was tiled road. Bibia wohobia ye kama. Proximity to landmark areas, university, secondary school, hospital, bibia kama. O kromfinfia ankasa. Your payment options to see very flexible. You accept bank mortgage. Utia bi. You spread the akana ama wamuetia. For 0530217766. Afei eraba kwenkwen. Aduane a ede na ye kama. Udi a unim say yemfa na maboni bia enfrefra because dibi. A lot of people ya omoka say me di maduane na meje ho. It's because minim say maye no kwan paso aye ni yie so nutritious. Ebo no so da form as compared to other aduane a ye the way a me me de pack no. 0244606500 say opesi ye stew ni soup and chef fridge mu ma woni ni kakra and also ye ni nyina sana opesi udua plants edua ne kama de DC pot mu de DC outdoor de DC indoor ni nyina also you give you the necessary advice not to say ya ma amana ye kama ye mo ne siesie ufie kama and also be 0244606500. Inyama media consult and PR, everything PR. Yeah, event organization, event coordination, planning, Eddie BBA, kama. Open media for ama cover event BIA, including bloggers near there. Offer 0244 606 500. Yebeboa ama BBA ye kama. Open DJ, open MC for event BIA, open. Obia or ya dear decoration abbey a year say what the near dear nyina you bet me abwa.
Unfortunately, but we've recovered it and it's been very good so far. Yeah. Okay. After that incident, you know, and I boss who say obey him because and as you say no, so now you're no decision because no attention about your honor. Say he has answer. Into me kai that time no, I'm going my post national service. I don't know what they share. Okay. And at the time, interestingly, now me kai say, you're official because I'm buying my own coins on fire. So I'm so impressed, like impressed. Nobody bet you and impressed cannot. To me, sign impressed more than 200 cedis at the time in that jurisdiction for a person. To me, kai say no, I say week be on my 150 cedis. Me madam for me. I remember that day. It was one of my happiest days. I remember that day my friend didn't come, so I went out to call her. I was screaming that finally, Yenya Kakra, you've been acknowledged. Because this was almost 1 year after national service at DBIA. There were times you have to walk. Sometimes I'm not free to say Chakotina DBIA Kote, sorry. No, madam for the
free campus
it's me nanti. Now you see the exercise, but it wasn't exercise. Truly, now you FM.
I'm a buff for more trek.
It's me no amu abumu nkaho.
Hey,
yeah.
Now when you're Pabuano,
so there are times that it wasn't working, and at times be or than a bar, human wound, I was all this kind of koto. And there were times that even in the because I still have people's order there, they never took it.
Oh, that's so yeah.
My poor say, but I will be I mean, Tony. Okay. It's not yet the beer, also business. I know you know, and yet the beer and never. Things were hard sometimes. My friend Josephine Koko Kumo, we used to go through that sometimes.
And Millie, at that time, beautiful girl. One minute say, baby before fro.
Aside that's life.
Sugar daddy beer now say lecture beer now student be always kakra be good. Oh,
so you go bet me asokete me.
Because sana ya the crofad dream say oba de ni kwa say o makom do.
So on say me mama and papa ti as you. That time no mo ti as. Even them, I wasn't trying to be a burden to them. How much more a stranger?
I'll be saying abema wa ya
and sana waji. My point. My point. And I remember that time. There's this thing I have to say at this point that because my papa they be already preaching. Me kaisa me Jim national service. Akitua first one. I made a covenant with God. Me de command me. Mandi.
Me
de kogam me kobo afode. Me de koba afode. And I told God, say, sa afode we ya me de mabui. I want him to help me. Me per se me bransa me nyeduma. And see what at the time makrame no madam fu bi ono so na me ni wo gam so saa vero no ye adwuma on Mastercard.
Okay.
Inti no Mastercard, so every now they do it. Omo trainee omo students with skills.
Okay.
So my friend put me on. Say me one of the skill trainers. Inti that was the first time I mean a very big money. Okay. And then 3,000 cedis.
Wow.
Guess what? I gave the money to my dad. Satan papa Obuobia.
Oh yeah.
I know Musia sorry that Obuobia. Okay. So that's where he had been transferred to.
Okay.
Inti me kai, my friend na me send this sikano. A man. Say me pesa me def ba for there.
Oh.
And it wasn't fun. Nerding. Because these were times I really needed money. But of course, nothing I'm feeling super fresh. It's not my till wedding, it's not a bomb yankasa. So I knew what I was doing. Because these were times before I was service.
It's like a bet with God.
What I said, the preachers will come there. They are always telling you.
Glorify yourself.
It wasn't hard to do. Even though it was hard to live with it. I did it. Basically, now Papa they be a picture or you see, and sometimes one of the proudest moments because he feels that my journey has been God, and truly there's evidence. Into me kai me the man, and he was happy. And Loki me was a mama there. And now yeah, they were school now. Oh my, how they first money, you know. She didn't tell me, but I could sense one or two things. But it was a step of faith. Into I did that. Into those times na you memory day no. Me ni nyame akwa pam. Why should I still go and work for it? Yes, nyame ni mo nyamu ndedi. Into and those times kwa so na me ho nhyɛ na ade nya obedi credit into obi akra mfiu. You know, it doesn't look like now. So the stakes were different. And of course, another thing that helped me is like I said, my circle is very little. And me kwanye very trackable. I don't have a social life. I still don't even. Until now, I didn't have those experiences. I will be a shami. No, I can't say I wasn't having those experiences. For
baby, you share your lie.
Oh, say no dear normal. Say obi agina ne car ne san. But na nya dear manage ho enchime. What do you know about me that you want me? Where share me yeah. So those times, those things were really not inti ne mu kakra. And after that post-national service, I think a year, there's this woman that came, I know a deputy registrar at the time, Mrs. Oluwa Kemiti. One woman that wherever I stand, I'll always mention her.
Mrs. Oluwa
Kemiti Loye. She's a Nigerian.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently on a deputy registrar affiliation. So she picked me as a mentor. At the time, she picked me as a mentor to committee. No the Medinichi. Oba or say a minute. So yeah, no I share. No corrections, reports. And the relationship now grew beyond work. She was so interested in my personal life. Inti ABOC Millie, don't you think it's a time I do our year masters? I don't have the money. I'll tell her, and I don't want to go back to my parents. Nyame di kwamin kwajina school. It's a big money. Then she'll be like, no, I'll be. Now around this same time, after the impasse, no one's leadership is signed. It's that time not Professor Jareno, or no, I know a deputy dean of students, no, I be main. Okay. And then you could for Mensa. Bye. Inti those times, of course, because I had been speaking for a while, no, maybe we say kasa ya dia, me and radio ye baby a kasa. And I say me nim emfi mechi. Inti let me just try and cast the net everywhere. Inti somebody I was very close to them catch me say, oh ye obi or ye into radio.
Professor Mensa.
Inti me kaisa me Google and I'm who say no host event show be radio so KJ BB tech. And I me gather courage and I me call her one time. And I me say, Prof Pacho, before that, na me mpaboa my yebi e de akokyere no. Me busa so what say saying, e ma me busa no, am o keka o ne ne ma na me yebi me kai. And na mu nyina me ye na me de call ye. And they liked it. Okay. Until that impression was, I'm sure, me obi am ye forceful. Until me san kwa na me ka kire ne say, me pesa me ye radio adwuma. Na me hu se wo ye bi. And as I say, because I'm a wahani, it means to me in full time. Said you also want in full time. No, if there's something you can help me with, no, so, oh, why not? You know how prof is. No, see, oh, you should be Pure FM. Met me up as a producer. At the time, I didn't even know what producer was and what they did. Until my time, so Saturday no pebia, Saturday matching. I'm a guy na me Jamaica, my better a runabout, continue runabout. I'm a train. Because we lived around 6. Na me tie change so kakra. No apeke me na ya banti e ba fofo na mbe share Evans so say bonso. Of course, ono so na wa che omunti. Wa che say we be paper table, we be calls, we be tonso, you know. Those were very interesting moments. So 2019, that's when I started that journey on radio. And make I say, Prof intentionally one time put me behind the mic. Say or person me new experience no nye de bia na me pepa. So he was very intentional about that. Until we say I still have that video till date and Naija ye di kogu into kakra we were na me Evans ye the prophet so now I had gotten a life outside what I was doing here. And the plan was that Sahana and far ebia have a far because as now na still obi am far me inti me sister tilo ye no and I feel your buy or my contract. Okay. My contract appointment. And I say, afi no, me ben aban ho kakra. Inti contract ni mu. na for the scanning kaka, I think it was 1,002 na yateto kaka, which was better than what I was having earlier. Nti yene nemu na yesi clearance aba. Nti obi apply. And I may apply and you call interview. Nti your first interview. Strangely, my office honum na I am free Obuobia. It was okay, we were there. And then later, I was there one time when I had a call that there's supposed to be another second interview. So we were two. For my complex, we were two. And I call him. It's your call interview, you know. You buy once again, I say you're fan call for. These were challenging moments, I won't lie. I questioned God a lot. I was anxious. These were times that I was broken. The anxiety of not knowing what the future holds. This is a journey of faith too. And beyond that, there were a lot of people looking at you. If not anybody, your parents. Because I'm investing into you a long time. And you are not willing to play the game in a bad way. So what do? Those were times I would cry. And it wasn't easy. It was difficult, very difficult. Because they wonder, how is it going to look like? How is it going to turn out? It was hard. But one time, I was there once again. I had a call. The member administration. I went and they gave me a letter. That's one of the days I'll never forget in my life. Because as I sit here today, I still don't know what I did to deserve that. And my father, every time, because he was
but it was after the second interview.
After the second interview.
And maybe you did well.
Yes, but not also time you are fairly na second interview, no. After that, na me interview. But me who say now you're firing. We are quite a number. I called my dad. My dad was the first person I called. I remember where I was standing. I cried. I broke down. Called him in. I told him what happened. And he, you know, he was happy. And my dad is, I like to say he's emotional. Like, me so sad. In China, me so. My dad is always like that. I also like that. I don't even know how, but we really connect emotionally, my dad. So, my friend, no, and then he was like, oh, because those times it was hard. I used to call and complain. And see, catch him and say, this is God. And see, I should never forget that he's the one who has done this. I shouldn't forget him. Or no answer like so I mean, we're suffering. So every time these things were coming. And I remember after that was 1st October 2020.
Okay.
I'll never forget. In fact, the letter had come before that, but officially, the work officially started 1st October 2020. And there's this man, I think, that really played a role that I can never forget. That was Professor Jare, Wilson Ajare.
Okay, Professor Jare.
I don't know what I did for this man, but maybe send many students in the cases. No, I could remember on top of my head, literally every case. Because Wabahoda was saying some years ago. Offer me quickly, I'll be able to know that I know this guy. Truly, I'll prove, bring document. Easy. So he used to tell me, Millie, Koya Masters once again. Or say, Millie, she baby, baby. Sometimes I feel strongly say he played a role. Okay, be mommy. Because Ken West meaning will be a papa or men see hoda. And you know, most people have the idea say also Unimobi was system nimo. But I feel Prof is one of the people that send me full name for certificate for a choir na koka, but this man won't stop.
But he kept pushing.
Then I remember one time, this was December 2019, before the maybe started in 2020. Now I say University of Africa in Naba, KNUST for debate. Into mobile, no, now you're hosting of KNUST, and of course, student affairs, and you handle. Into I remember say I make my Ebeka 7, of course, a officer Juma into your shirt in Bayana, a Dombeko hotel on bed, so one of the people who were organizing the event, of course, the main person, your former dean of student professor, also there. But now, debaters now Makahono, Madame Fubi Ekahono, a former SRC president, a friend of watching amateur eyes, BNI, wherever he is.
Yeah, I remember
God
that
should
name.
wear him, bless him wherever he is. BNI has been very
masters,
good.
no,
Yes, BNI. So BNI I was there one time, and I called. Then he's like, you be dinner program no, you didn't know me, person MC. And I'm like, me that me find him na MC. But then I used to do small ones in Gamsu. It's a Gamsu dinner. On my friend, na makoye, but obi ama you know. So when and I called, na me show kakra. Basically, one of the things I'm dealing with is, you know, imposter syndrome. We'll talk about that later. So I felt incompetent and all because VC beba ho. That time KOD and the AVC. There were going to be a lot of big people, foreigners out of the country, about 16 countries. And Abba, no, see, don't worry. Before the dinner, then why opening? No, say dress code the African print. So I called my mom. She organized something for me. And I call Tima makeup kakana me call. I remember that was quite scary because I think that was the first biggest audience I had with a lot of in-depth knowledge and everything. So I did it. And I think the feedback was good. And Prof. Jari was there. So he spoke to me that, I tried. I did what I'm seeing with Anasi. To the main dinner, that was where VC himself was going to come. And a lot of dignitaries, pro VC near there. I had never even met them, even though I was in the school. But then I tried. Now me was some ataribi amidaya gam sudi nada. So I made sure I'm polishing a camera and I'm show up. So I went to host the event with one other guy. Something strange happened after that event. That every time when I say my story, I always say that it's been the hand of the Lord. But I don't just say it. I just want to be pointing out the fingers to draw the graph because it's me. I'm a sometimes it's mind blowing. My real event in my bedroom, still a contractor. Me one time yes, Prof. Also there confirm me. I'd known
he was then
distance.
the dean of students.
No, he was no a reader that.
Okay.
But he was a lead for the MasterCard. Also project now by a whole.
Okay.
So no share. On a former Prof. Ellis. Yes, Prof. Also there confirm me and I'm a call. Me call you. I say yesterday you did very well. And I'm saying that's it. No, say the VC wants to see you.
Hey, who was the VC then?
KOD. How do I always say KOD and I forget Obri Danso.
Professor Obri Danso.
Professor Kozie Obri Danso. Na me call administration come in mu da. This interview no ye call ase ho. Be sro ho. Me need dwumadi e wo ho. Nti o cancer no. E na me say okay. Nti o say onya date o ne me beko. Na onya date na me ne call. When I was going I was even trembling because hey, VC Femi. I went and I sat down. I said, young lady, what is your name? And I'm a kind. I said, oh, I hear you were a contract staff. I'm serious. No, I said, yesterday, what you did was really good.
Wow.
And you are some of the people we want to see you front the university. He said that. I'm saying, wow, please, I'm grateful. Thank you. No, I said, oh, Clarence Beba. I was so mobile, and you comfort to me. You encourage him. Until I'm making sure I'm in contact with the other man. And I'm saying, okay. Na me done I say. Papa, me number crowd wanje oni me ho hwe. That was my first and last time meeting the man. Na me free ho. Nti me free ho no. Clearance buy no. Unfortunately, na professor no wadi me jam no. We too kwan. Nti afa dey what can you do cause I dey no cry. We say doorso if you baby be nti I don't know. Na Sunday makanti aba besim said yeah if I it's maybe all these people probably played a role I do not know. And your family. That one came with its own challenges too, because of course it's unheard of. Unimobia or apanya professor, free her baby. How did you get him?
Yeah,
how did you get him? So that's where I started dealing with the hearsays. Those were very difficult moments, and those times
hearsays.
I'm telling you. I mean, people don't, I know you know what I mean. People don't accept favor unless it is on them. Whenever people find somebody doing well, they want to find reasons. But when it is them, they believe that there's something called favor. So that was one of the lessons I learned at that age. There were a lot of name calling, and those times I thank God. What I say, those times I thank God for Prof. Mensa and his wife. Mama, they really held me down. They would talk to me they will tell you that, oh, person or ye ni pakesi, oh, ye bo din kakabia na okasa, you know, jokingly. But
people were spreading rumors about you, and it was getting to you.
And it was getting to me because now my name is alive. You see where I'm coming from? So everything is rosy. Now this is the world proper. And I dear mean some what die. And I used to say that time na me nam form ne you know. So that was one of my first biggest challenges I had. I nearly got depressed actually. But for Professor Demensa and his wife, Obuobia for adwuma foforo was nka wo ye energized. It got to a time I say me pay bi because now doors. But they held me down, of course, by the grace of God. My parents too. I'll cry on them and everything. And gradually,
those were colleagues are me adwuma na almost spreading.
Not just my colleagues, like the environment. You know, people, environment. There's always something going. There's always something going on, especially with women. Sadly. Yeah. So Prof and his wife, I remember, hey Mama, she even cook and bring it to me in the office. And you know, just to calm me down. Sometimes somebody or him be jammy. So, you know, just so that I feel loved, you know. Yeah, there's a party at home, or mobile framing. That one time coming, you know. So those times were tough, and of course, weekends, at least I have a safe haven, maybe radio. You introducing me to you, of course, because Prof was really keen about my progress.
Yeah,
these were people are minimum for madam. Like I said, Prof. Ajari. That man, I don't know whatever I did. Even when I was getting married, the joy. But naturally they just showed up for me. Prof realized me pay so he connected me to you, and on your show Women Affairs, that was one of the things I really enjoyed doing during those times, because it was so nice. I was learning so much. And those were times I mean, so often I may try enter relationship life so it was just a good time. From there, kakra, learning on the job. And I remember my friend B, she used to tell me that if I stay close to the barbering shop long enough, one day I'll get a haircut. And indeed, I check. Na Prof started so my haircut was me met na him. I mean, hosting when he's not there. My tree isn't good. I'm not competent. I never.
So you started hosting Bresosem
in Pure. One time in
Okay.
Pure. One time when he had to be away. And for some strange reasons, he asked me to sit in for him. And I did. I felt awful after that day. But then he would tell you, hey, now the whole castle will be, they be shall see how betting, no what was so. Sani Adenante. So Prof would always, if he had a busiano crowd and sometimes I could feel that he will intentionally set me
step aside and
set me
give
up.
You the opportunity.
Give me the opportunity to host it. And Misha, Lawyer Nanaya was say, hey, these are people even in real life, Michelle Mabisho. And I'm sitting with them on
controversial people.
You know?
You know? At a point, there was the president of Ghana Bar Association, president of Ghana Medical Association, president
Ashanti
of
Bar.
Nagrat.
UTAG.
No munina big shots.
Ashanti Bar presidents. All of them. They were there. They will come. I have to host them. I have to manage my relationships with them. And that was also a very lesson point, because all my life I feel like every opportunity that is given, I'm supposed to make the best out of it. So these men also really shaped me. Sometimes when you're more many Evans, of course I'm the youngest, but their conversations, it really used to make me alert in life. Like money, investment, so getting close to them was really rubbing off on me, because I was learning so much. And I also learned how that whatever in life you give, so that when you're rolling with these people, how you also manage yourself. Said Sana ubenya. What I say. And they were always so good to me. so good to me. I say, do baby, my birthday. Hey, not to me sending me sika. Me say, oh, we're right there. And those times were the tough times. They didn't even know because I was still contract. They didn't even know, and then they were just showing up for me every now and then. Baby, I'll free we are. You know, even in any name, some of them still see me as a little girl. Mushamia, miliji 200, not the amount, you know. And these were still all doors, for them in a BMA. To know my baby, dear. And it's just
Bibi the oh yeah, so you carried yourself well. Ejuma na oh yeah, now you very respectful. Any idea? Sabi uyo bia umu adie okasa kasa basa basa. Any idea enka? I mean, sure say baby a oko obefa o say funny.
That is true.
Then, so you said it na make an wabe hosting Bresosem. A hot program. A bit more home cost one day, no my friend say, hey, program ready, I know she idea. But as a host, let's just say, uti me manage papa for sometimes we jump to is even on the show, or no, there's a controversial politician, any idea. How was it like for you? And were there times a be about you say, oh, show me host to be because it be a callers, it be a wood in a casa phone so on the show be a Anna all rosy for you.
It was never all rosy. It was never all rosy. Bresosem tried me. It tested and tried me. It was a sport that challenged me to grow. So all my life, once again, I really like politics. I'm a fan of politics. I love politics because I believe that politics is one of the things that whether you care or not, it cares about you. Because once you are in a society, so why not get involved, follow it up close and get to know the trends. So I love to read political books. I like to watch those things, documentaries and political figures. But na me nim say ebedu baby a me so no metna say me di san komoni bi. But of course, I've always been my daddy's pet, by the way. And my dad used to like talking points and those things.
Okay.
And, you know, I was exposed
to
yes, I was exposed to those things at a very young age. While my sister was the football side of my dad. Into many and they basically now she's a very like meaning footballer
enthusiast.
Yeah. Man, you like this, she knows
where is
and
she?
Out. Oh, she's in Kumasi. She works in K University.
Oh, okay. Do you understand
yes,
but
in a different place.
Okay.
So my dad would take her on the football side and me on the political side. Yeah, so I knew I liked politics, but Bresosem and Mami Behu say maybe I liked them more than I thought I did. Because you know I do 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. Bresosem me set you off by 5:30 a.m. because maybe I'm at any hanekwanwa. So ask yourself, what time do I get to even read and all that? It's me starting here now me break kakra because I'm in your time, me exposed to a lot of materials and me juma me no and yes maybe I'm in na me tie radio na me. So one of the few people are me share say omo pampa say Evans was very instrumental. Evans has been that friend. I would want to acknowledge Nipa de Oha man flowers. Evans has been that friend that has been there through, and he knows those stories, everything, because he was there every step of the way, literally. So Evans, if you're my friend, Evans and the topics near, then he would run me through. This is how we talk, this is what we ask. Because I wasn't explaining the whole week or to pure until and I wasn't afraid to ask. So he would also take me through. Sometimes make notes, you know, I would ask them. Sometimes the toughest side, you know. So it pushed me to really read and be up to speed. If not, and even I feel say I didn't really get to where I wanted to be in that because I feel some enough.
Why are you?
No, we are on hold now. We are on hold now. Yes, we are on hold now. We would bounce back, but we are putting some things together.
For how many?
Ever since we started this year, show.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've had a couple of meetings that plans are underway. Back.
Okay.
But we are re-strategizing now.
Okay.
And you know, it was tough then, and it was still was. But I think that with time, one thing I once again.
So EIB, are you a staff of EIB?
I wasn't a staff. I was a volunteer all through.
Okay.
I never got paid for my work.
Sir.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, I did that everything for free. But then I'm grateful. That free thing too, and when I make national service, GAMSU things, everything has been me giving. I'm of a strong belief, say, the Lord will reward me. And
giving to gain, give to gain.
And I've been rewarded in ways that I didn't even think I would be rewarded in. See how I even got my job. That bet with God, it actually paid off. And it's still paying off. You see, I was never a staff. I was just showing up. Mainly because of the respect I have for my boss. Because at some point, my boss had to leave. Professor Mensa had to go out rightly to Confanoche. So I sat in full time. There's no way for
and talking about Professor Mensa going to Cath. People expected you to go with.
Oh!
In fact, a lot of people thought you had
gone there.
Well,
of course, because then my relationship with Prof has been a PA. I mean, even now, I'm still very close to him. He's like a dad and everything. He's held me down a lot. But when it came to that, not your way options now. I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it. We considered. But then, looking at where I am, I buy Juma full time forever. And the officer, Nasabi Edema Kusino. So office one your officer, Uja Kwaubesambetu.
Yeah.
It's a very hot seat. I'm in the registrar's office.
University registrar, no?
Yes,
office.
in the office number. Okay. I'm his secretary.
Okay.
And so secondment and sabbatical and I would leave for 2 years because at the time now 2 years I'm a Yakotuaba. And we felt that that risk wasn't really worth it at the time. And even if I want to do anything political or something, this probably isn't the time. This is the time I have to build my own, you know. We talked about it, but then we felt this is the best place to be right now.
Concentrate on
because even him,
your career.
Yes, because even him, who was still a staff of KNUST, he was still working for on only PhD in MPhil student, not still supervisor. So there was no need to me pop because I had to build my career.
Okay. Do you have plans of going to politics someday? In fact, because we hosted Bresosem, I've had people say you belong to this one. Maybe
interesting.
Interesting. You belong to that political party. Any idea? Sometimes a beer. Bibia we hear on radio, they think say you're politically motivated.
Even you've advised me a couple of times, even my post and things.
I will tell them, oh, me bando no, pamcho, edumana no
yeah, that's true. For politics, like I said, I love politics. On any given day, if I get the chance to be in a position politically, I'll gladly take it.
Okay.
But the unfortunate thing is that I don't have a party. That's the sad part. I don't have a party. I have a lot of friends in both sides. I connect a lot with a lot of people on both sides. I do a lot of things on both sides. Set the decision to be that this is where I belong fully. That is my challenge right now. And I know so with time, I'll be able to overcome because, of course, my Godfather, meaning the party, and who knows, maybe he would be the hand to hold me and make me sure that this is the path to go into. I won't rule anybody out. I won't rule any party out. But then, Bresosem trained me to be very objective. It's very hard to say, metoba my party way into bibi sinenko ya meka manot. I don't know how to do that. It has brought me some issues, but it's still hard to keep quiet because for me, I don't choose loyalty over the truth. I feel like even though I can be loyal to you, I should be able to speak truth to power. And it's one of the things I learned from Professor Mensa. Because even on Bresosem as an NPP member, he was still. So that is one of the things I think they may challenge. So no, I carry. So I think that is one of the challenges for me to say that because I say parties no. low-key, I'm a pen as and the other. But then when it comes to say me come and want to my thing. Me breast make I say mini because mesa can occur and you wouldn't like it. So let me just stay away. And then whenever it's, but then I'm sure say with time I'm just
Are there
speaking
politicians, especially female ones, or more
and mentor me.
inspire?
Oh, the inspiration there. I have a lot of them who inspire me. When I see them, I'm so happy.
Oh, Ghana.
Yeah, in Ghana, yes.
A
bit to say Nana Tima. Nana Tima is not a full-blown politician.
Oh, a politician.
I mean, I said that to mean that she's not like a known appointee.
I'm not Tima.
I really admire Nana Tima. Oh, now, that is my strength. Send me in the background. I'm making things happen for the leader. Joyce Bawa Moktagri is also like that. She's one of the people I also really admire. So I think for me, if ever I would do politics, it's some of these things, not really like the full-time
spokesperson to the president.
Maybe, but somebody I like to serve. I like to serve the leader naturally. These are things I enjoy doing. If I'm ever getting the chance to serve, gladly I would accept. But say the mainstream, the top, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't rule it out. But now, with the strength and the things I've learned, I feel like those are things I can easily do and enjoy doing them, even though it comes with its own excesses. But it's one of the things I'm very comfortable doing. Yeah. So the two politicians I admire, females, and I'm and of course, Kozie, she's also one tough woman. I like women who are willing to do it. They don't wait for anybody. That is my vibe. Aside the two of them, there's this MP. It's unfortunate I've forgotten her name, but I know I'll remember Dakua Newman.
Okay.
Dakua Newman is also one woman I love. And of course, the Rawlings woman in Parliament. Zenato is one woman. I see her and my eyes are lit open because the energy, like women who like to do things for themselves, once again, you will get me. So Michelle Obama, you come to my room and you have I have pictures of her in my room. I have pictures of Tima Amanda Ngozi, Oprah. These are women who, because Auntie Akoto, there's something I always say that aside everything, if you're a woman, you're an individual before everything. And if you are an individual, if not for anything, even God requires a lot from you. Because He didn't just bring you on earth to just exist. He requires that you make life a different place. You make life better. If not for just yourself, other people.
For other people
around
you.
You are saying that you are going to sit there and wait for somebody before you do that. No. Look at what you are doing for yourself. Sometimes we can say, hey, nobody I bet chairman, and I'll be blushing because why? You didn't wait for anybody. You are doing things for yourself. You quit, you move to the next, and you don't stop until you make it. I feel like that is the energy that every single individual, whether boy or girl, should have. Because your life is 100% your responsibility. And if you decide to sit down and wait for somebody, you will live and die miserably. And they say that you only live once. Once is enough if you live it right. That's something I always say. Only once is enough if you choose to live it right. And so for me, those women, anything on them, I'm running.
That's right. As it's about with Akotobansa, me ba sort of, me madam sort of. So be producer.
Yeah.
Mostly the producer is the owner of the show, and so as a host or a madam, and I'm sure you're enjoying the conversation. And you better wrap it up. Na Asetrapa, proudly sponsored by Veronica It, Kumasi Denyami 020-036-9876. Ancora Homes, IPT, Esuyeboa, the best and now the latest Kumasi's gated community, a gated community, 053-021-776. Eraba Queen, Ediane Ayanoa, Anua ni Yewu Pe Queen, and any other local dish be 0244 606 500 and a catcher clothing. Open shirt, Eddie Achubi, Bema, shirt, a year come up. Problem, Obia, Mamma, the shirt, catcher shirt, be comes back for more contact. Said the bear or no be to be a count because Usha, say, the applause, the a year and for compliments and for Mauno. And yes, and Kitua. Liana, I made metal be a man, or medium, a bear fine. Fred Ketcher 0245 Accra 14 Patrice Lumba Road Airport Residential baby na Zenith Bank next to Zenith Bank and Zenith Bank line so baby Georgia hotel ewo no na akojo de board so da form te say shirt e fata obia tu frekecha na te say waje wo de Millie enti eye den na wuhia owura Newton that gas yen kan
oh how dey na me say you but
yeah there
oh so owura Newton na ono so ogamsu.
Okay.
Yeah, so apparently he had spotted me a long time. I didn't know. So for years, I think he had even texted me somewhere in 2018. I had never responded, sadly. And you know, later
social media now
on WhatsApp because now you Gamsu church pages, like church pages, baby. I think he picked my number
from one
time, yes, and then he texted, but then I'm in fin. And I realized later when I. Because when he texted me with that number, I mean, that wasn't the number he was using then, but later when he reached out on that number for a reason, I noticed that a number you are texting me. But then a mutual friend reconnected us. Even though he knew me, I didn't know him. So a mutual friend connected us. And then we decided to give it a try. And we are here.
Okay. I want to ask this question.
Okay.
But that's why me say okay, okay, that's okay. And so Oshia or reconnected, he's out of Ghana and Mawari. Awari to say.
Awari very nice. Very nice. Papa. Sometimes I wish I had done it earlier. Okay. But as I make that's true. I am make kind of stress. That's true. That's true. But for him, I'm very content. And Misan who said once again is the hand of God. It's the hand of God. And for me, all my life, I will, because even getting married to him too was another miracle. That one maybe I'll share it someday, not on camera, but then everything is very well. But me can't imitate us because what can some say? Worry enche only 5 years in here.
Carter, and then
yeah.
How on they've all come on a certain upper, and dance, and they get this a lot say because I know
so sometimes
person or mocha, but Papa will buy a person why can't you be happy for them? Say, and yes, sir, no, warrior is meant to be enjoyable. It is okay, so be a warrior there.
Yeah.
When you're soulmate, when you're obi or any compatible, be a or respect name or pay in a man, where she or bear and now or bad no bear enjoy life. That's one I don't get it. Your perception be say, I was say.
Really difficult.
And the war we need some just along the way.
Why? Question where they me answer na me show pound because
I know why. Because I'm conforming. How they
see how na obeka say. No, but then
I read the say I read the uncle. I read the ebi where they throughout. Yeah, I read the nyina the drew baby. Of course a person and it's also normal say there will be a little storm to shake you. And could be cry and then storm say, Bema no na ya no ba no na but the universe, society, sometimes life happens. it is okay. Hey, what do you say? A microphone person better say. Why no? Because a couple wait oh, I have known them mom there to say, I'm sorry,
that is true. So for me, I always say that, oh, said I can, and you're perfect, so there are no challenges. That won't be life. Life is always having challenges, but say me who says only nipa na or yeah, the right person for you. Even challenges, how you manage it.
Exactly.
It's different. It's a question where there. I am me answer. I am true, but honestly, marriage has been good.
You are enjoying it.
It's been good to me. Yeah.
And storms are not problems here, but
that's true. That's true. That's true. That's
okay. I think it's yeah, yeah. But I see the things you do, and I don't say alumni event to be in Accra, co-host here. Sometimes so moderate, you know, a panel near there. She said, "Me who be na many
thank you
because you are doing well." Me refi crampo, this girl can.
So this girl can. It's not for me. It's for my mentee.
Okay,
a lady that I mentored from SS. No, Abe University.
Okay.
And now Abe yes, okay. As I say, or the year she's doing so much. She said, "I was saying what this girl can assuring agency."
Okay.
She's one of the ladies. Mama me feel say I have so many reasons to leave because when I met her, where I met her, how I met her, and what she's done for herself, I can only.
What's her name?
She's Agnes Atuagwe.
Okay.
Currently, she's a PA. She's a physician assistant.
Okay.
Planning to further. She's doing so much, and I'm so proud every time. So what I do is that I'm just on the executive board. Like, of course, the name and everything, I helped to bring everything up to pace. So I just help out every organizing events, and I help out, get speakers, moderate even the events, because what she's doing is one of the things I'm really, really proud of. So she's touching so many lives. You go schools, now you call mom sanitary pads near dear, you educate your mom, you screenings and everything. But personally, I have my own one, which is not for girls alone.
Okay.
Because unlike for me, I believe that we all are supposed to exist well. So for me, it's for boys and girls. A friend of Purpose on Wheels.
Purpose on Wheels.
So what we also do is that it's actually a mentorship network where we go to school. So I have a team, eco schools, senior high schools, but then I've done training colleges too. We talk to them. The main goal is, Auntie Akoto, right now in our dispensation, one of the things I've come to see, say, you hear a mentorship. Because look at me, had it not been for the hands of people like you, Prof. Ademensa, Auntie Kemi, Prof. Wilson, Ajari, these people I passed through with, and your moi and Kaminiha, life becomes very difficult. And so for me, when I meet people who are doing things that they call vices, I don't blame them. Because
what you show more love. Etina, I asked again, say, Omo badin of students' office, or my enfrano. You show them love. You decide you show them love. Because most of the people are nankolana, omo ye niema enfrano. It be at a point and communio me. And then for some reason, I was lying down and I may share. The people I met on the way, Emma omo ebusa me the person a guide me along the way. Ebia enka. Growing up, people thought that member be academician, be a mayor professor, because I was intelligent. To send me class, we made the first, any idea. But the I masters, but I feel that
you could have been more than
that. Man said that. Of course, I had Clara Moore, the Cotone pioneer. Obuobia me pa, And no, she wanted me to be a journalist like her. She wanted me to be a journalist. But I'm saying that even along the way, say particular interest in me. Me say we say we if I had somebody na metimi afre ene na din komo a ebianka kabianka ene bi I love that. Yeah. I love to see you guys do the things you are doing. Only Agnes and the other people are momentum crofo. Obuobia opokuda.
Obuobia, that's another woman I really admire
MD
too.
for
Mahama Kes.
There's a name for it. Medical
Medical Foundation or something, yeah.
You know, Ignite. Sadie no me just say who are many j because a beer or baby or ha wa metna wa a beer mango tree be as a beer hobby and some na Obuobia and other speakers ek kana enka obi fufuro de sabi niema boni bi say na adwene.
So for me, I've been a beneficiary. I said that I make a school or more free campus no more ban. So I psyched myself, said me, I want to live a life that will make meaning. And now that is what I want to give back to the society, where into a bar we talk to them. These people, my friend advices na making, said they're making, most of them, and your payo. Obi and who say, dear me say question me, no assigned an inside question. It's just kasatre. Even at this point, there are people like still call. If you some spectrum, I don't know, they just want to be deviant. And also, but even them, they can be fixed. It's just a matter of arbitrary and love. Even now, we still call people when we have a lot of challenges to talk to, offload. How about these people? These, even the young girls, when they get to the level they are ovulating, libido starts showing up. They don't even know how to manage it. Before you know, they are on the streets. Because they feel like once they are having the feeling, it should be fixed. Nobody is telling them not to. Even if they tell them, they don't give them a reason not to. So, Purpose on Wheels, what we do is that, like I said, senior high schools, tertiaries, and anybody at all that calls us, we go into Mekaisa somewhere in August. I was in Agogo. I did about 2 schools in Agogo. Okay. And I like the schools in Kofon Shedan Nim. Because at least I'm more exposed in the but there are some schools that are hidden. I remember I went to Collins Senior High School in Asante Achimagogo, and when I was leaving, I felt a lot of reasons to leave and live well, because these young people are people who are very fragile and vulnerable. They need to be helped. They need to be heard. They need to be mentored. We take the database. We have people who we offload to, who are of course trained with us too. So we have the spiritual side, academic side, the relationship side. So all around, we want you to become a good person throughout. And for me, Agnes is my standard. If Agnes was possible, any other person is possible. Okay. And so we've started, and it's been good so far. Of course, my shadows are really making things tight, but that is the goal, to help one. And even aside that, I still have people, because for me, the reason why I'm I don't do much to have people tell me that they want me to mentor them. Initially, I used to ignore. Sometimes you're calling invigilation. And I didn't know what they were looking out for, what they were seeing, but I realized.
Yeah, even in your correction, no, you were pleasant.
Maybe. So I just realized I have to take it serious, because right from GAMS to SSBC, it's been there. Until after they make it sort of official, so that when people come, I don't just disperse. I'm putting them together. So even in December, we did a reflection hangout. The year and I draw a vision board for 2026. Okay. We are going to journal, like be intentional. The goal is to be intentional about your life. Because if you are not intentional, it is a way intentional when you need every aspect of your life, your spiritual, physical, financial, emotional. Unim say we say na me and more way na me too. Mostly no ebuau. And your man time is surprise you. And now a fact, even though say there are challenges, but you have control most times. So we are just trying to make sure that young people live responsibly, live intentionally, and live with purpose. And that's what we are trying to do. And we are hoping that onyame muaso, as you will say, ebe you do much. Now, because of us, we will touch some minds. Because I know that if you're able to touch people's mind, you've touched their destiny. And you've touched their future. And even in large scale, you've touched their generation. Because nipa na dwene no, as a man thinketh, so he see. Inti, so to me ne kasa, to me ewura ne team, to me ba adwene bi to ne team. So you're worthy or you're enough. He can do it. He has what it takes. Obi etumi aye, onu so betumi aye. Not just that, oboa no with resources. Na wo so na sene a. Nipa bia ni ho a wontumi nyi. Age de nia wawu. Ba so ti asenko a, emwa nko a ne hia ne nkwa. So that's what we are trying to give, and we hope that with time, Yamina Bashan and Yamna will raise giants. Because now Agi is raising a lot of people. So one person, she has a whole generation following. I have others that I may not mention because, of course, their name is not out there. But they are doing well. So I'm hoping that Yamebe Boyne, now you to me holistically raise people in this generation who will say that no, enough is enough. We can also stand, do well, keep our principles, and then actually excel. We don't have to succumb to become who we want to be. Nyame wo he's faithful, and he rewards them that diligently seek him. And so I believe that gradually we want to raise those pillars who would also tell their colleagues, their friends, that you don't have to. You see, now you see TikTok, you see these young people, what they are doing, sometimes very heartbreaking. Obi nansi wanu medru. These things can to me say me dey ebini. I just see it and I'm shattered because there could be na ye adekitwe
you obi ne kasai.
Kiti ye nyina obi na kasa ye ho ayedru ha. Na me ken koye masters you say me MBA prof sign koye MPhil. Inti I'm still doing an MPhil. I'm sure say me wie obasan ka koye we
koye PhD so.
No so obi no, me a visual art. I didn't even know I'll get here today. Makoye MBA in art and business school. Aside that, I'm working in the registrar's office with visual art. Who does that? And you'll be no kasa, you'll be in a kasa or chair me say you say. And of course, another thing that has helped me is reading. So I really read a lot. So I always say that if there's been changes or influences in my life, books are number one because there are a lot of wisdom I've learned that I had to learn them through books. And of course, Prof, read this book. And people, like there's been obi. It is a obia, because Michelle Obama has this thing, she says that when they open the door for you, make sure you hold it open for others. And that is all I'm trying to do. I'm a person and I know that. Hey, minimum. But I'm a person do, baby. That's the interesting thing. So for me, like I said, I never see the future from now. But at every stage, I just make sure I maximize what I'm giving. And me say, no, I should share steps by steps. I ne. And my bedroom hey. Until me say, me know the bigger picture there. But I know that there's much more the Lord wants to do for me, and so I'm trusting. And it's one of the things that makes me hold on firmly, even in the face of diversity. Because meaning say enwie nyame wo nyoma pie obeye na nyame nso beye.
God is not done with you.
Amen.
You are going to give us beautiful godchildren.
Amen.
Ade you know say the uso auti dibo awi.
Amen.
Adesua no de obetumi asua nyina nsua.
Kakra anti egusu ye hwene nyame beye. All for our generation and for the other people to know that you can live responsibly and amount to much. And one
a church girl,
yes, you don't have to filter before you make it. You don't have to calm down. Because me and your crime story, I know a lot of people who have gone through that and have succeeded. Just that thing. That's the sad side. Like the waiting period is difficult. And it's not just you. Moses had the same story. Joseph had it worse. There are lots of examples in the Bible that makes you know that onyame ofane bua onto nentem. And you bet me ashen komato also. But in prim san komshen you will never see it. And no nche say we Joseph and ni Potiphar enkoda. The moment you do that, you change the hand of God. You change the story. Even if the Lord will still do it, you change the story. Because you can't give God the glory. But for me, I've always said that make the Lord do what no man can do, so that he takes all the glory. And that has been the story that every person, just trust him. It's difficult, but it pays. And when it pays, it gets to a time where when you sit back, you even ginger your faith. Because when you say, no, oh yeah, wait there, it just makes your work with him more trusting. He becomes faithful. Because why you be that? Like I said, there were times I cried. I didn't know how the future would hold. I didn't even know I could own a car. I didn't know a lot could happen in a short while. But here I am. Of course, I worked hard. Can you imagine my basho is on camera saying, I know, but my son is sitting up.
Millie, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's been
Thank you for having
amazing
me.
sitting with you
Thank
and
you for
listening to
having me.
you. Especially the last bit who inspire young girls and even young boys, the youth. And I think you do it again.
I'll come again.
It again. Quite wasn't making choices, career choices, any idea. You do an academic year church grades,
no problem.
The course course SHS program betimi abeye university any idea.
Right.
We will have time
come and do that
and talk about
definitely.
that.
I'm good.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So International Women's Day edition, Bakuna Yede Abigui. I start with Millicent Newton, Mrs. Now, I'm sure what you be brave free mu. Monkey to any idea, girls growing up, boys growing up. No. Send them this link, let them watch it. I am sure say they will learn one or two from it. Said the work class will meet me a mentor for man and your move, very important. As sitting up with Akotomansa to me. Your friend me, Eunice Akotomansa at a cramen, Minem did me, Chiame. Me team, Ray Studio Productions, Elia, Ray, Frank, Mike, Desmond, Mackenzie, all of them. And me producer, Randolph Safo. Medase, Soje Mreshe. And thank you to all our sponsors. Keche Clothing and Coral Homes, Veronique Height, Rabakwe Nyama Media Consult. Medamwase.